Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Cardinals going up against the Cowboys. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T in Arlington, Texas. Today, the curtain falls on We've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their veteran quarterback, the former USC Trojan, Carson Palmer.
There are a number of big quarterbacks in the NFL now, but I still remember the first time I met Carson Palmer. He was at USC, and he came into a meeting, and I thought they were bringing in the tight end, not the starting quarterback.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cedric Thornton, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
First carry now, and he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. Lucky White.
How many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And on that long
concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer, because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him, because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On 3rd down, Palmer. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep right side. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up the defensive line, though. They've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Let's go! Flex round!
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here we go!
Here's a direct snap to Elliott. And he's got some space here. A very solid gain of 27.
All right, partner, keep adding up the yardage. My man is off to a big-time start in this one.
Oh, yeah, you know, when these guys get a first-quarter run like that, they're thinking, all right, now I'm going to get a second, third, and fourth-quarter run like that, correct?
Have you ever seen a guy have a run like that and feel good about himself and then tap out and want to come out of the game?
No.
No, he wants the ball some more, doesn't he?
Yeah, and a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every now and then I scratch my head when I see the draw play called, especially after a great run the previous play. Keep attacking. Sometimes the draw play develops slowly, and that allows the defense to react.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. One man in the backfield, Elliott. First and goal here from the 9. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
So second and goal here from the 9. They'll try again with Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And some room to work. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 14-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down, 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Let's go!
10th carry now for Elliott. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Let's go!
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception. Just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first place, establish yourself as you move forward.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 17 yards on the pickup. It's a first down. They come out here in the eye. And they're definitely showing blitz here. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protected.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
Encroachment, defense.
It's Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. And he's got Gresham. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Out of the gun, Palmer. Caught, right side, Gresham. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Palmer to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
And out now come the Cowboys. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this one up. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. On 3rd down, Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. 1st down, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it brings up 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. Finding time. Palmer's hit. Fumble. He loses the football. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Cowboys have done a good job today stepping up, and they lead after 2. The Cardinals were fantastic last week, but today's game shows you have to bring it every week in the NFL. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Now 2nd and 8. Elliott's going to use solid blocking to break free, and this long run goes for a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Cardinals with the football midway through the first. The pass ends up being picked off. Wilcox reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Offense on the field now after the INT. Completion is made across the middle of the field. And he capped off the long drive with the TD. That puts them on top by 14. Cardinals on 1st and 5. Palmer finds his mark in coverage. And finally on play 12, they score. Cardinals trail now by just 7.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Cardinals defense now, they make their way back out there. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. A second down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference, partner with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the tackle that time, Paul Soliai.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. 2 yards to go here on third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Let's go.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Here we go.
3rd and long for Prescott. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, here's Palmer. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. John Brown, touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Point after now from Catanzaro. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go!
Prescott on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They come out here in the eye. They'll give to Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Defense.
Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Play fake here on first down. He dumps off to Morris. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns and he's got him in the lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right, the sync just wasn't there.
Now Palmer to throw. It's brought in by Floyd. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Caught right side, Gresham. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
On first down, it's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Palmer. And able to find John Brown. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Surveying the field. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, Palmer. It's complete to Brown, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Jerron Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. A first down carry by Elliott. Getting down to the end here, they have it. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. This is Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They come up in an offset eye. The give is to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Yet again, here's a wildcat look. Wildcat look. It's Elliott. He leaps over him. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. And they're hoping to capture some of that drive, but they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. And he'll spike it here with 13 seconds showing on the clock. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Palmer to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Cowboys, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.